With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. Two.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Wentz runs through the contact. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, brought down by Nate Gehring.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got an open man. That's Campbell. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
14, got it.
On second and 11 now. Wilson dancing to his left. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. On first down, it's Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Carson, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey. Mike, 53, Mike.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On third down, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Harris Campbell, 34 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Touch 50, touch 50.
From the 38, Wilson. He's going to loft one, deep left, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, empty, empty.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the red zone now, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Jackson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Jackson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Good. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A final shot before half for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, what a move. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wentz going to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53.
On second and 9, Wilson. Catch made here by Campbell. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Paris Campbell with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
And we got Mike, number 53. Good job right there. You must be dreaming. Mike, 53. 53.
Third and long. It's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Let's 26 down, man. 5-4. Hey, 5-7. Mike, check, 59.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz, and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake. And these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders.
Wentz's pass complete to Miles Sanders. Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 30 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. Now Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, center. Let's go. Switch. Hey, center. Hey, we're good.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down.
Go.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson is going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.